Hello, our team is Yusuf's family.
And our project is an application caring assistant.
In my opinion, our parents take care about us. But when they get old, it will be our turn to take care of them.
Some people don't want to live with their parents, and their parents are left alone.
No one cares for them. I remember a story with our neighbor. She was an old woman over 19. Her children didn't want to live with her. She had sclerosis, and her loneliness worsened it. She forgot almost everything. Her blood pressure rose, and no one knew that, since no one was courting her. One day she fainted, and no one found out.
According to the international classification, an elderly person is a person who has reached 65 years old.
There are about 700 million such people all over the world, and this is almost every 10th person on the earth.
For these people, the level of disease is 6 times higher than for the young.
The problem is that lonely older people need care.
They want to eat, but cannot cook. They need to remember which medicine and when to use them. We must monitor their health since they live alone. There is no one to take care of them.
Our solution: to make an application that will monitor the health of the elderly, recall medicines, and offer the healthiest lifestyle.
Hi, my name is Maksuda. I think there are always some difficulties for old people who live alone. It is a big problem all over the world. The people usually come across many problems and difficulties. To my mind, invention of application caring assistant for the old people would be a great idea, and the most older people would be happy for this invention. As they don't need anybody who helps them all the time, most people don't want to bother their relatives. Maybe they are working or busy with their work. Some old people don't have any relative who live close them. That's why application caring assistant can help them to remind to take their pills, measure their blood pressure or pulse. I'm interested in using this application. Sometimes I always have difficulty taking my pills on time. I need someone measuring my blood pressure, but I don't want to bother any of my children or any relatives as they work. If I would have an application caring assistant, I will be happy to use that.
Этот проект может дать свою пользу очень многим пожилым, престарелым, а также лицам, имеющим инвалидности, которые нуждаются в постороннем уходе. Например, напоминать время принятия лекарства, вовремя оповестить об изменении в давлении или пульса и предложит по состоянию здоровья принять лекарство или вызвать врача, а также социального работника. Из-за вышеизложенного рекомендуем, что проект обдуман в пользу пожилых людей свыше 65 лет. То есть этот проект прослужит улучшению медико-социальной защищенности уязвимым слоем населения.
This is a prototype of our application.
There are big buttons on the screen because elderly people have some difficulties reading a small text. Pulse and pressure are measuring pulse and blood pressure and gives a signal about taking medicine against it.
Information about pulse and blood pressure application take from a fitness bracelet.
Connect lets to quick connect with a relative, with a doctor or with a social worker.
Medication lets control to take a medicine in time.
Physical activity lets you control how many steps have you done. SOS lets send a quick message to relative, to ambulance, and to social worker on case of emergency in one touch. Let's take care of an elderly people with our application.
Caring assistant.